Today, I will tell you about the shocking case of the Kırkağaç cannibal, a horrific crime that stunned the media, and the unimaginable suffering endured by two children who became the victims of this inhuman act. Oktay Typhoon Bolga might look like an ordinary restaurant owner, but inside him hides the darkness of a monster who slowly gained the trust of children. When Mustafa and his friends started spending time at Typhoon's restaurant, he initially saw them only as customers. However, over time, these children became easy prey in Typhoon's eyes. He got along well with the children, invited them to his restaurant, and made small gestures to gain their trust. By presenting himself as a big brother figure, he managed to appear as a trustworthy person. Mustafa and his friend, who worked in the industrial area in the mornings, would eat at the restaurant during lunch breaks and in the evenings. Typhoon drives them home sometimes. Although this routine looked like a friendship, it was actually a trap set by Oktay Typhoon Bolga to carry out his dark plans. When that horrific day arrived, everything seemed normal. Mustafa and his friend went to Typhoon's restaurant after work, as they always did. After waiting in the restaurant for a while, Typhoon took them in his car to drive them home. But this time, he took a different route. When they reached a deserted area, the children began to sense something was wrong. At that moment, Typhoon dropped his mask and revealed his terrifying true self. He started making indecent offers to the children. Shocked, the two friends immediately tried to escape. Mustafa's friend managed to get away, but Mustafa was left there. Typhoon pounced on Mustafa and did everything to silence his screams. But facing Mustafa's resistance, he made a horrible decision. He slit his throat. Mustafa's friend witnessed the entire scene and was paralyzed with fear as he ran away as fast as he could. But why did Typhoon slit Mustafa's throat? Because in Typhoon's twisted mind, there was no other way to silence him. This brutal act had already formed in the mind of a monster. Typhoon killed Mustafa right there, but before leaving, he did something even more chilling. He removed the child's clothes, leaving his severed head and bloody clothes at the scene. This was a deliberate trace left behind. After committing this atrocity, Typhoon loaded the child's body into his car and fled the scene, attempting to erase the evidence while exhibiting a disturbingly calm demeanor. Meanwhile, Mustafa's family was worried. Their child not returning home was eating away at them. They reported him missing, hoping for any news for days. Everyone, including his family, was searching for Mustafa. Exactly 17 days after the incident, his mother, still desperately looking, went out again to search every corner. At that moment, she encountered a sight that would change her life forever. There on the ground were her son's clothes. The blood on them stabbed at her heart like a knife. While staring in shock and horror at the blood-stained clothes, her eyes caught something else a little farther away: her son's head. This scene was the worst nightmare a mother could ever face. Screaming for help, the mother was frozen in terror. The police immediately arrived at the scene, and the missing person case turned into a murder investigation. Mustafa's clothes were the most significant clue Typhoon left behind. However, Mustafa's body was missing. By then, Typhoon had already returned to his restaurant, bringing the boy's lifeless body into the kitchen. In a chillingly calm manner, he dismembered Mustafa, stripping the meat from the bones to turn it into food. As he served these meals to the town's unsuspecting residents, no one knew the horrifying truth. Days later, the story began to unravel. Mustafa's friend was taken in for questioning, and once he felt safe enough, he confessed everything he had witnessed. It became clear he had been too terrified to speak before. Typhoon was arrested and, without any resistance, confessed to his crimes with disturbing composure. Yet, the most unsettling rumor was that this killer would be released after serving only 7 years in prison, possibly benefiting from an amnesty. He could be walking among us now. This terrible event didn't just shock the town, it etched itself into the memory of the entire country. How could someone do such a thing? People are still searching for the answer. What remains is a mother's pain for her lost child, the trauma of those bloody clothes, and the haunting fear that a monster may still be among us. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support the channel and stay updated on future videos.